I never believed in the supernatural until the night I watched my skin shift and twist into a macabre form of prophecy. It all started as a drunken dare, the kind you shrug off as harmless fun. My friends challenged me to get a random tattoo, and in our haze, we stumbled into the nearest parlor, laughing as I picked a meaningless symbol from the wall. The tattoo artist, an eccentric old man with eyes that seemed to pierce through me, inked the design onto my forearm. I barely felt the needle, but I remember the way he whispered, "You'll see," before we left, thinking little of it. The next morning, as the hangover fog lifted, I noticed the shape wasn't the same chaotic swirl I remembered. It was spelling something out, and my heart clenched as I read the words, "Car crash on Main Street." At first, I brushed it off as a strange coincidence. I even chuckled to myself, thinking my mind was playing tricks on me. But later that day, the news blared with reports of a horrific accident exactly where the tattoo had predicted. My skin prickled with unease, but I convinced myself it was just a fluke. Days passed, and each morning the tattoo morphed again, foretelling events that unfolded with terrifying accuracy. A storm that would flood our town, a fire that would engulf a local diner, each warning etched onto my skin before it happened. As the predictions grew darker, my mental state began to unravel. I tried to ignore the warnings, to cover the tattoo, even attempted to remove it, but nothing worked. The messages had grown bolder, more personal. "He knows," it spelled out one night, sending chills down my spine. I felt watched, paranoid that whatever force was controlling the ink was closing in on me. Desperate, I sought out the tattoo artist, hoping for answers. But when I finally tracked him down, his shop was abandoned, left in ruin as though it hadn't been touched in years. In the shadowed depths of the vacant parlor, I found a mirror. My reflection was gaunt, haunted. The tattoo writhed with a life of its own, forming the final, horrifying message, "It's your turn." The lights flickered, and the air grew cold. I realized too late that the tattoo wasn't just predicting the future, it was shaping it. My breath hitched as the walls seemed to close in, and a realization struck me like a blow. This was no longer just a warning. It was an executioner's promise.